In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Thanos was painted as an awesome power even without the Infinity Stones and Infinity Gauntlet. He was able to conquer whole worlds and use his armies, including the Black Order, to go and complete his mission of wiping out half of the galaxy. But here's the thing, in the comics, he's actually even stronger than you think he is. In fact, he's a lot stronger in the comics if you can believe it, and thus he could very easily kill many Marvel heroes should he desire to. Allow us to show you every hero Thanos can beat without the Infinity Stones. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 10. Captain America. In Avengers Infinity War, an iconic moment without a doubt was near the end, when Captain America Steve Rogers was fighting Thanos and using his own strength was able to not just fight Thanos, but hold him back while he was wearing the Infinity Gauntlet. Here's the thing though, it's not exactly explained how that happened. Remember, at this point in time, he had all but one Infinity Stone, and that was the Mind Stone in Vision. He already had the Power Stone that he used to beat Hulk, or at least it's implied that he used to beat Hulk. More on that later. Either way, if Thanos can beat Hulk, how did Steve Rogers hold back the gauntlet? In comics reality, he shouldn't have been able to, not even close. Don't get us wrong, the Super Soldier Serum makes Steve Rogers really strong, but not Thanos strong. Without the gauntlet, Thanos once lifted the Galactus engine, which was hundreds of miles long. Steve couldn't do that. That moment was more a way of showing the will of Steve Rogers than being comic accurate. Because in a one-on-one fight, Thanos would crush Rogers, no sweat. Number 9. War Machine. Some of you might look at this and go, why didn't he just say Iron Man? Well, there's a specific reason for this actually. You see, in the comics, Thanos actually did kill War Machine once. It was during the events of Civil War II. An Inhuman had a vision that Thanos would come to Earth in search of a cosmic cube. A team of Avengers led by Captain Marvel went to capture him, and things didn't go well. Because as we should all know by now, it's one thing to believe you have the drop on Thanos, it's another to actually get the drop on Thanos. And in that comic, Rhodey did indeed die. He got better later on, with some PTSD as you would expect, but the point was made and yet another superhuman civil war was started as a result. And if you really think about it, this death wasn't that surprising. War Machine is great for beating villains of Earth, and basic species from space because bullets can hurt almost anything basic. Thanos isn't basic. Not one bit.
Oh no, it's a symbol. This is a symbol for you slicing his throat.
Number 8. The Guardians of the Galaxy. We were tempted to go and put the separate members of the Guardians of the Galaxy on this list in different entries, but in truth, all of them fit the same bill as Thanos either could kill them or has killed them in the past. Because unlike in the movies, Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, is 100% regular. His father was from space, yes, but he wasn't a celestial, just a warrior from another world. Gamora is a deadly assassin raised by Thanos, in most continuities, but was never fully on his level. Rocket Raccoon and Groot are great, and Rocket has gotten Thanos to submit before, but that was under very special circumstances. And Drax has killed Thanos before, but only when he was distracted. In contrast, Thanos has gone up against the GOTG multiple times and has won more than you think, including in the Thanos Imperative, where he disintegrates Drax right in front of the rest of the team and dies in the Cancerverse. Long story, alongside Peter Quill and Nova. Don't get us wrong, we love that bunch of a-holes, but they wouldn't survive Thanos in a straight-up fight. Number 7. Falcon. Yeah, this one just seems unfair by comparison to the others, because while Sam Wilson has been a great hero, including being Captain America in the comics, and about to be in the MCU if there is any justice via the upcoming Disney Plus show, the thing is that he's very human. Emphatically human, actually.
Marvin Gaye, 1972 Trouble Man soundtrack.
He doesn't have a super soldier serum. He's not a mutant. He's just a guy who can fly and technically talk to birds like Redwing. What exactly would Sam be able to do against someone like Thanos? He might be able to go and dodge him for a little while, sure. He might be able to go and do certain actions to distract him, but he has no chance against this Eternal. Pardon the pun, but his goose would be cooked. Number 6. Vision. By the time you're watching this video, WandaVision will have arrived on Disney Plus, which is a big thing for Disney Plus and the MCU as a whole. And the MCU has wisely portrayed Vision as one of the strongest members of the Avengers, because he absolutely is. But that doesn't mean he can go up against Thanos. In fact, he was one of the first heroes to fall to Thanos the first time around. In the legendary Infinity Gauntlet arc, the Avengers go and challenge Thanos with some very heavy hitters in their ranks. One of them being Vision, who attacks Thanos from behind, and only irks the Mad Titan, who decided to give Vision a taste of his own medicine and plunged his fist into Vision's chest and pulls out his wiring right before his very eyes. Ouch. Wonder how his partner would do. Number 5. Scarlet Witch. Another powerful moment in the MCU was when Scarlet Witch confronted Thanos in Avengers Endgame and used her powerful magics to not just restrain him, but slowly start to kill him. This was seen as a powerful moment because Wanda really is that strong in the comics. Never forget that she's rewritten reality as a whole more than once. But here's the thing, Thanos is a magic user in the comics. In fact, he's traveled the universe and has mastered both magic and technology. So in the same Infinity Gauntlet arc where Vision fell, Wanda tried to use her hex magic to beat Thanos. Thanos not only didn't fall, he reverses Wanda's magic and sent it upon her, killing her in the process. That's the thing you need to remember. While Thanos was strong in the MCU, he's mythic in the comics in terms of power. Number 4. Spider-Man.
That was awesome!
Technically speaking, Thanos hasn't killed Spider-Man in the comics. However, in the, you guessed it, Infinity Gauntlet arc, Spider-Man was one of the heroes killed by Thanos' forces, including his creation known as Taraxia, which, if we're being honest, was just a female version of Thanos. It's not specifically shown how he died, but a panel showed him fighting her, and then he was among the dead a few panels later. Peter Parker is able to do incredible things and dodge danger via his spider sense. But against someone like Thanos, that would have a limit, and eventually Peter would get caught and killed by the Mad Titan. Number 3. Iron Man. You see where this is going at this point, right? In the Infinity Gauntlet arc, Iron Man was another who battled Taraxia, and after he was able to stun Thanos, she went and fought him and killed him, including apparently ripping off his head, while inside the Iron Man helmet. Gross. Now, many would argue that this was very much Silver Age Iron Man, and the armors that he has would stand a much better chance against Thanos now. And you might be right, but those armors all have limits, and Thanos has his own technology which dwarfs Stark's in every way. Thanos literally made a throne that lets him time travel through time and space. So yeah, he can beat Iron Man with all he has to bear.
And I am Iron Man.
Number 2. Hawkeye. We regret to inform all of you that while Hawkeye is a great hero, and has had some great moments in both the comics and the MCU, he would die oh so quickly to Thanos. It's honestly sad to think about how quickly he would die. Because yeah, from a distance and with the right arrows, he would go and make a dent of sorts in Thanos, but not for long. And not in any meaningful way. Remember, Thanos has magic and tech that can make him near impervious to certain kinds of damage. Hawkeye isn't equipped to take on someone like Thanos in a straight-up fight. Number 1. Hulk. Okay, this one is a bit tricky because, as you all know, hopefully, there are many different forms of Hulk, including the Savage Hulk, Professor Hulk, Worldbreaker Hulk, Devil Hulk, and so on. And theoretically speaking, the Hulk's strength is near infinite as long as he keeps getting angry.
Good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry.
But, as proven in the comics several times over, his power has a limit when it comes to his healing factor. His healing factor allows him to keep getting angry without much issue, but there are times when that healing factor is drained and thus he can be beat. What does it take to do that? The power of a god, which Thanos absolutely has without the Infinity Stones. Sure, it'd be a good fight to start, but Thanos would wear him down and then kill him. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the Marvel heroes that Thanos can totally defeat without even having the Infinity Stones and Gauntlet on his hand? Were you surprised by some of these picks? Do you think that there are a few that aren't as easy a victory for Thanos? Do you know of other superheroes that Thanos can beat and some he absolutely can't? Let us know in the comments below, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.